Like salpicando yo solo, güey.
Damn, we're back, boys.
What's up? What's up?
man? What up? What up? What up?
How's everything? How's it hanging?
Very low. Very low.
To the left, to the right, or very, very low?
Life is there.
Yeah.
Marriage, 2024.
Oof.
I mean, we're early, but marriage 2024. Our generation, our people.
That's a good one.
We're gonna start with our people. How do we feel? How are we? What is marriage like? Are people getting married now? Are they not? What do we see?
Let me start off by reading this real quick so
okay.
we can talk about this marriage thing here.
Dale.
It says, happy wife, happy life is destroying many marriages. It should be happy spouse, happy house. Because a good marriage consists of two happy people.
That's
Got a little bit serious there real quick, right?
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's one thing that they've said, for ages, I think when the curve started happening where, obviously we are where we are today in this society where men are supposed to be this different entity now. Like, men are not the men they used to be. And I can honestly say this. As a male alive today, we are softer than my grandpa, than, let's say, my dad, than my grandpa, than my great-grandpa for sure. Those were hard men. Those people that fought World War II, World War I. We can't even compare, right? But where I think now it's to stay with that phrase of happy wife, happy life, or what is it?
Yeah.
That was a saying. That's the saying for so long.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
she has to be happy, but I think now we're forgetting that we got to be happy too. And I think, well, obviously probably when you have children, as a man, you got to make a sacrifice to make your family work. But how much sacrifice? And the other thing that goes to that is like, okay, if you get married, well, women don't care to stay around anymore. They just bounce. So then that is probably a reason why we don't really get married anymore, because it's like, well, I'm going to get married to you, but marriage doesn't mean to women as much as it used to mean. And it's not para hasta que las muertes nos separe anymore. It's like,
no.
Hasta que el primer putazo nos separe. When I say that, I mean the first problem, I'm out.
Think about it. Look at, generations before us, their relationship or whatever the case may be, right? People would get married back in the day. Mm-hmm. Like, and it's crazy because I was just thinking about this the other day where it was like, my parents just had their anniversary. Don't ask me how long they've been married because honestly, I don't know.
Gotta keep track, bro.
I forgot to ask them.
Guesstimate.
I don't know, dude. Like,
I mean, you're
40.
You're like fucking almost, 45. Ya te veo las canas en la barba,
I'm
güey.
guesstimate with maybe 35.
35 years?
Maybe 35, close to 30, between 30, 35. So, did a little something for them. Grilled some meat, blah, blah. I'm like, and I did it, for, celebrate the anniversary, But, again, what I'm trying to get at is that I was talking to him and I'm like, damn, you guys got married at the age of 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I say that's crazy because me speaking for myself, right? What was I doing at 20, 21, 22?
Yeah.
Not planning on getting married or, nothing around that age. And they literally had a kid within the year or two after. And it's like, damn, and I don't think you see that anymore where people are not getting married at that age.
Yeah.
It started pushing the age of getting married to mid-20s, 25, 26, right? And now you see it and it's like people are comfortable getting married at the age of 30, which there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like for our parents' generation back then, it was a thing of they're growing up. They got to have a family. They got to have kids, house, and all that, all by the age of 25, which is crazy.
And if they do get married at 20, 21, 19, it's for the clout. It's for the It's for the pictures. It's for the gram. It's
Nowadays.
for the TikTok.
Nowadays.
And
Now?
so,
Now.
now, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying if they get married at 19, 20, 21,
Yeah.
it's for that. It's to feel some kind of approval from society that, hey, look, I'm doing something. And so, you know,
And before, it used to be a
Yeah.
failure to your parents. If your daughter wasn't married by a certain age, what's wrong with you?
And
were not
not
pregnant?
only that, but
What's wrong with you?
Your parents wanted to see their daughter get married. Their dream, walk down the aisle with a dress
and the girl's dream was
and
also
a girl's
to get married.
and it's like, and the thing is,
Yeah.
the question is why? Maybe some of our parents didn't have that. They didn't have the walking down the aisle. They se casaron por el civil. You can say, through the courts.
But before
And
it was
then-
very church related.
Oh yeah.
I think
That's what I'm
for us,
saying.
like, Mexican American.
Yeah,
our
yeah.
parents are Mexican. It was church.
Yeah,
Eso de
definitely.
civil, I don't,
But what I'm trying to
this
say
is
is
nomás
like,
para agarrar la green card, güey, la neta.
but what I'm trying to say is like, yeah, primero era por el civil, and then it would be a church thing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a big thing for them. It wasn't a big celebration before. It was okay, you did it, you're married, and maybe a small comida at home or whatever.
Yeah.
As the years went by, weddings started progressing and big party.
These fucking $multi-$1,000 for
Dude.
us $1,000, but there's $1 million weddings.
Maybe like 2-3 years ago or so, or like right before COVID, I want to say, I knew some people from work that were getting married. Dude, and you don't know the look that I would see on these guys, the stress.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how much are you like deep in your pockets of? They were at 30 grand. I'm like, 30 grand
Grand.
for everything.
That's a down payment.
And he's like, and then
Well, I don't know about LA, but down payment.
and the guy's like,
It is down payment.
I know,
that's
you
probably
sent
like a
me
bare
the-
minimum.
No,
You're gonna get outbid for sure.
So here's let's add a question since you talked about money for a second. 30,000, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
to get married. What if you tell a girl like, hey, I love you. I want to make life with you. What about if we grab those 30,000 and let's go buy a house somewhere? Maybe you can in LA right now. It's probably difficult. But let's say, you grab 30,000 and you move to Texas, which everyone's going to Texas. Everyone's going to Arizona. Everyone's going
Shit.
to Nashville, Tennessee. They're moving out there. And honestly, there's a lot of, in today's world, a lot of girls are okay with that. They're not fighting that too much anymore. Now, there are girls that still want to get married, but I think we have to understand that there's an interest. I don't know if it's an interest on their part, but I've only seen marriage as an insurance for females because I think it's more for them than it is for us.
Yeah, I will say that I think a wedding is it's a celebration of obviously marriage, but a wedding, dude, it's all about the female. It's all about the bride. It's all about the bride. Not to say that the guy gets pushed off to the side, but it's all about the bride, dude.
And I think it's okay, right? Because that's what weddings are for. We understand that it is for girls. Like, obviously, you don't want the wedding to be about you. It's like, you want a quinceañera, way?
The bachelor parties.
I want
had a
a
quinceañera.
I want a quinceañero. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah. So we understand that because we do value, like, women.
But it wants to
we give them that.
People want to normalize it now to do at least some type of party for a quinceañero.
Kind of weird, but.
Oh yeah.
And you're not gonna do it with damas and everything, but you're gonna celebrate a guy's 15 now when you used to celebrate a guy's 18th birthday.
It's part of the being soft now that you spoke about earlier.
Yeah, that shit's.
What the fuck,
Like, you
dude?
don't- you
Imagine me,
as a guy, you don't need
imagine
that
me
much.
throwing a
I don't
bitch.
know.
Imagine me throwing a bitch fit at my parents. 'Cause they
Dude,
don't
if
wanna
I had a
celebrate
kid
my
and he asked me
15th.
for a 15, I'll slap him.
No, yeah. I mean,
I'd be bro,
I'm like,
you
look,
want money, bro? Do you want to go get a car or something? Or get yourself a job, bro. 15,
Yeah.
I started working at 15. Don't ask me for a quinceañera. Go get a job, my boy. and then you want to throw that party? You want to throw that bash for yourself? No? Why? Because it's expensive, right? Get your ass to work and start. I'm not going to get into the kid thing because it's just. But boys.
but you know what?
Bro, I'm going to be a little bit
And
hard.
you
I'ma
pass out
give
the
you-
invitations to your coworkers.
I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you an
They
example.
open it up and then they see your son.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an
Bring your
example.
best friend to the party.
Please
too.
come join us for my son's 15.
For in our family way, for a while, what was being done is a party would be thrown for a guy's 15th, right?
yeah.
But it wasn't, nothing like
Yeah,
that.
with
It's just-
chambelanas or
no,
I don't know
it
what they
wasn't.
call
It wasn't.
them.
No.
Chambelanas, güey.
It was just.
Chambelanas.
It was a
and
big
like-
party, but what my
Oh,
family
damas,
would
güey.
do.
I think they're damas, no?
They're damas way.
Okay.
But in our
Damas
family,
ones.
what they would do is they would have like those modeled cars that you can buy, And so whoever turned 15 that year would pass down a model car to the next guy that was going to turn 15.
That's what you guys would do?
That's what we would do. That was, I guess you could say our thing. That was a tradition for us, that we would do that. So as the years go by, it's like you're getting passed down a model car. It was a thing. So we would celebrate guys' 15th,
Oh, okay.
but not to the extent of like
go get a
quinceañero,
hall
go get a
and
hall.
then-
No, none of that. DJ at the house, food, boom. That was it.
It's
But
just
you
a
know
regular-
what 15 represents, though, right? 15 is the incoming of womanhood.
Yeah.
So you're no longer a little girl. But today, at 15, we're still children.
Oh yeah, dude.
Women are still little girls. They're still children. And men and
Teenagers.
boys at 15, you're still a fucking child.
Yeah.
But before, we know that our parents at 15, you know, my mom started taking care of somebody like if it was her own daughter at 15.
Exactly.
My dad working.
Probably even
My
younger
dad-
than 15.
My dad was working at Carta Blanca in Mexico. For those of you that don't know what Carta Blanca is, it's a beer company. He was a beer
used to-
delivery guy at 15, 16 years old with yellow books in his butt to fucking reach the fucking steering wheel and the pedal.
Stupid.
No, you think it's a
true.
joke.
It's true. No, it's true. It's true. I was gonna interrupt you.
pictured it.
Yeah. No. It's true. Yeah, because you know him, asshole. Fuck you. You're not my dad. You piece of shit.
No. It's true. But you know, thankfully we didn't get the height. We
Yeah, we're not.
got my
We're not.
mom's side a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm in that one board. No, yeah, it's a real
No, it's
story,
true.
bro. You could
True.
ask him. So, you know, I'm in the 5'10", 5'11".
I'm gonna tell him you guys were making fun of him.
You bitch. He's gonna fucking hear this shit later.
That's
he's
crazy.
No, but it's true, bro. He used to
No, yeah.
put on the yellow books to reach the. So if that was him as 15, it's like you're 15, you're a man now. You better fucking get it. So now we're celebrating these kids. Okay, I have no issue with that. But if we go back to the marriage, thing,
Yeah.
where I think today economically it's hard. You have to think about it because this country has made it so difficult for us to survive on the wages that we have, like being able to go get a house and afford to take care of your family, which is our responsibility as men. I still think that it is our responsibility as men to take care of our family. We have to put our foot first. Like, I know that generations have gotten softer over the years, but unfortunately now, and I'm going to say it unfortunately, we do need the help of your partner to help you
Definitely.
survive and pay for the bills.
Definitely, especially if you live in California, dude. Come on,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous.
New York.
Yeah, in different places like that. Yeah, there's states where it's like they're making it harder and harder to make a living.
To get married, basically.
Yeah, because when you get married,
Yeah.
dude, like sometimes, like for example, if you, let's say you grind it out hard, right? Before you got married, before you had children, and you bought yourself a house, you got yourself a business going, you went a go-getter. And there's something I always say, I think men, at the end of the day, we work that hard because we know that there's a possibility that one day we're going to have kids and a family, and you're still thinking, I want to be able to provide if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get married, there is a chance that everything you worked for gets taken away.
Oof.
And if you want to talk about prenup, that's kind of an offense to the person you're getting married because you're kind of saying, well, if it doesn't work,
I want to make sure you don't take anything away.
you're not going to take nothing away. And you're already kind of preparing for the downfall. But
I mean,
It's things like that though
It's
that
hard
I think it's things like that though that is causing at least on the men's side, to kind of think twice before even getting married because you're already putting this defensive wall in a way, right? You're already setting yourself up. I'm gonna say it like this, and that's not really how it is, but you're setting yourself up for failure in a way.
yeah.
And it is like
In a way
it does
you
make
are.
the no,
but
you don't think so?
No, but I'm saying you can't. The thing is, I get what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
but I feel like you can't go into something like that thinking about that in the back of your head.
We don't.
No, wait.
We might not.
Because I'm saying like you're focused on making a life with somebody, proposing to somebody. You can't be like, oh, fuck, what if like 5 years down the road, like she takes everything away or everything that I've worked for.
Pero lo tuyo es mío, güey. Y lo mío es tuyo.
And you know what? And that's a very old saying. What's mine is yours. No, what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's very, yeah.
Thanks for translating it for their English.
It's a very old saying. Yeah, that part. It's a very old saying,
Yeah.
and it's one of those where it's like,
That's
I
out
get
the
it
window.
when you want to
Well, that's
start
marriage,
something
right?
new. When you want to start something new with somebody, like you can't. I feel like you can't go with that mentality.
No, you can't.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm okay in my part. I wouldn't mind if somebody that was making more money than me
Oh.
and we decide to like start our life, get married, and they hit me with, "Hey, can we get a prenup?" Okay, fuck yeah, I'll sign it. Why? Because it's like I don't care about that. I'm not gonna fucking if we get a divorce.
You wouldn't get offended, but the
I wouldn't get
female would
offended.
get offended.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I'm telling him.
I feel you because I'm
as
on the
men
same
probably
page.
not, but-
I'm in the same page with them. If
Same,
a girl,
no, same,
if
same,
a
same.
girl's got her grind, she's got her thing going on. I'm gonna have to say this in between because I don't want to get too far into it. But females think about themselves when they grind out, have a house, have a business. They're at no point thinking, "Oh, I can go get married now." They think, "I don't need a fucking man now."
Obviously, because the way they see it,
So then they're gonna
independent.
come up to you and say, "I'm a prenup because this is me. I worked for it myself." Us are we're kind of stupid in that way that we'll be like, "Let me give her the comfort." Yes, babe. You know you like this is ours. This is because we don't want to create that insecurity in their head that we already have one foot out and we know that we're gonna be good. But when they work hard and they gain a house and they got a business and they're like leveled up and stuff, and let's say you're kind of like
It's all theirs.
you're okay, they're not for a second, dude, thinking I can get married now. Because I think about it like that. Like I grind hard. Let's say, you got your thing going on, and then now I do feel in a place where, okay, I can have kids now. I can support these children. I could give them a good life.
You have
I
a
can
home.
take care. Yeah. But women don't think like that. Not a lot of them. Unless they have kids, there are some that do think, I'm going to do this for my kid, but never once do they consider your ass.
No.
They don't.
Well, they don't. At least
So then
consider.
why the fuck
it's
would you get married?
It's not for the future of the future guy that I meet or whatever the case may be. It's
Fuck
like
no.
I already have a house. We can
fuck
set
do I
up
need a guy
everything
for?
here. It's like no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But what do we do?
Nah, the
If we
opposite.
don't have kids, we think about having kids.
There's a chance.
The future.
Yeah.
Obviously, the
Setting
women,
ourselves up for the future.
Yeah.
The woman that you're gonna have kids with, right? You're pretty much trying to do that. So it's like, I already have this, and that. I have a home.
Yeah.
So if I do end up talking to somebody or whatever the case may be, we hit it off. We decide to get married. We're gonna move into my house.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a home.
So this is where it goes where, like, before, they used to get married younger, right? Our parents, like, at 18, 19, they got married, maybe.
Yeah,
Our
back-
parents.
yeah.
And then they got married, so they had to build together, right?
Yeah.
But since now we're getting married or moving in with people later on in our lives, during that time that you're single and you're grinding it out on yourselves, it gives it on yourself, it gives you time to build your own stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, I think for me, when you find someone, you want someone doing it depends on who you are, right? Obviously, I don't care if this person has a house and a business. As a female, I don't look at her and say, "Oh, she doesn't have a house, she's a loser. Oh, she doesn't have a good job, she's a loser." Like, if I love you and I care about you, I probably don't care too much about that.
There's saying something about a guy would go and date somebody that works in a fast food restaurant if the guy has money, right? Guy doesn't care.
You're on that 50 cent line. Would you still be with me if I'm flipping burgers at Burger King?
It's one of those where it's like a guy will do that. Date a girl that has that type of job like
If you're
that,
flipping
right?
burgers at Burger King, I'll date you. If
But
I
will
really
a
care about
female walk into a place like that and be like,
No.
take a guy that's working in a place like that? No.
No.
And no, they won't. And I've heard that, I don't know where, I can't remember, but it was very true. I was like, dude, that is very true, because as guys, we can walk somewhere and be like, hey, you find somebody attractive, whatever. It's like, yeah, of course you don't.
Yeah.
You don't, dude. You forget where you're at the moment. And I can at least say that maybe some females, they would definitely won't do that. They're not gonna take a dude that's making minimum wage and get married with them.
Especially at our age, dude. Like, they start looking at you like,
What can you provide?
What do you got going on?
Yeah.
And the moment you say,
I'm living at mom's or dad's, and they're
yeah,
like, "Fuck
and
you,
honestly,
I'm
I can't
out."
even bash on that, dude, because it's very hard, especially here in LA. It's
No,
very hard to move out of your parents' house and survive. it's not easy. So I can't really judge.
No, I'm saying women say that. Women do judge that.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
they
I said.
see that and they're like, oh.
Yeah, that's why.
You still live at home?
But then, you know what's funny? Then you ask them, well, where do you live? You got your own apartment? Oh, I live with my mom and my dad. Okay, bitch.
But what happens when you find someone that has...
Not to say I live with mom and dad, but I mean, I'm saying like I've heard situations like that before where they try to come at you like that, and you do the Uno card. What's it called? The reverse
Uno.
Here you go. Card. Back to you.
Because they're looking for somebody that probably has their own place.
Yeah.
You know, it shows where they're at in life also.
And I think it's still fine though, right? Because we as men do have to be the providers.
But do you think all that though, kind of dragging us back to the marriage topic, you think all that's came into play to why a man doesn't want to get married? I think we're having this kind of conversation, dude, and we're throwing it out there to the world to hear or whatnot, to whoever listens to us, to kind of, you know, understand why we, you know, the take on not getting married.
Yeah,
now,
because
like that
you
so
know
often,
what?
because it's
normally you would have gotten married to your high school sweetheart. I would have gotten married to my high school sweetheart, and you would have gotten married to your high school sweetheart without thinking of any of this shit that we're talking about. Because marriage has to be, it's supposed to be simple. It was supposed to be simple. It's, you love this person, you guys got together, you guys probably lost your, you know, virginity together.
I was about to add that. That's what it was back then, if I'm not wrong. Because I remember, you know, my mom used to tell me back in the day, right? And I don't know if that was for you as well. She used to tell me, you know, the person who you lose it to is the person you have to stay forever with. Yeah. Because that's you know, it's, you know, sacred. Yeah. Right. Your body belongs to one, and then the body. Yeah. You know. Right. Do you guys remember that? Yeah. So I think that was also, and you know, you guys might think I'm exaggerating, but I think that's a huge chunk of this marriage shit. A lot of people used to get married because of that. I think they would be like, no, pues ya me chingué. I already lost it to her. Me tengo que a huevo quedarme con ella. Yeah. No. It was a... O me la robé, güey. Let's go further back down the line. O me la robé, o ya no la llevé a tiempo a la casa. What happens after that?
Sometimes, si no le dabas la prueba del amor, which was give me your virginity, men would say, she's a good one. I gotta stay here until she gives... And then sometimes, dude, men would even marry that woman without having sex with them.
That's how it was back in the day.
And that's why they were able to dress in white.
That's the whole reason why they dress in white, yeah.
Look, and I don't want to say it like that because now they're, you know, people are going to think, oh, well, now women are not pure because it... No.
Times have changed.
That was what it was like.
I'm like, times have changed.
Times have changed and we accept it. I don't think, to me, like, I don't see it as purity or not purity, but it was a thing.
That's what it was before.
It was like that before.
Yeah. White's a color. It is what it is.
Now, now I don't care. You could go to... I would like to have a marriage, a wedding in all black, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Is it a wedding or a funeral?
Fucking emo or what?
Well, it's a funeral for me, isn't it?
Who's the band playing Green Day or what?
She's got nasty ass black eyeliner out here and shit, eyeshadow all black and shit. I'll be like, who the fuck did this fool marry?
It's a funeral for the male.
Hey, no, but
you're making it a joke. You're making that a joke, dude, but that's not really a joke.
¿Por qué se viste el novio de negro, güey?
Pues sí, I heard that one.
Yeah, güey.
I heard that one. No, I heard that one.
¿Por qué se viste el novio de negro?
I heard that one.
Porque esa noche entierra a su mejor amigo.
Yeah. No, I've heard that.
Qué bueno que no te has casado, güey, a la vez.
Yo me casaría de gris, güey. No de negro.
No. Yeah, no, you know what you just said? I actually heard the other day on a clip on TikTok somewhere saying, like, they were describing that, like, you know, how women used to get married in white, which is purity, and the man would basically it's his entierro, his funeral.
Like, way, that's game over, like that T-shirt. Game over with.
Because you know what
Jesus
Christ. No, you know what it stands for?
It makes sense. Man.
It's the death of your youth and your single life. The life you had before that moment is dead. That no longer exists. You become a new man from that moment forward.
They used to look at it like that?
No. It was a theory. That,
a theory.
Whether it's true or not, I don't know.
No,
I'm exaggerating the point. But I did hear this where they were saying, like, you know, he would dress in black because it's the death of the person he was before. In a way, Okay,
That makes sense.
But okay,
Because-
we're just overplaying the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
scenario. This
God
fool's
damn.
over here like, no, I don't want to.
Right? He's like, is that why? Never mind.
Dress me in rainbows, he said. I'm like, wait.
I already
wait,
chomped
wait.
half of my fucking nails and shit listening
For
to this
real.
fool's fucking horror story.
That's fucking
Shit.
funny.
Put the
but,
drink down. No,
but yeah, dude, definitely when it comes down like to marriages,
it's almost a business decision now, though.
Fuck.
dude, well, think of it. You're doing a transaction as well with so much money.
Fuck, dude, you fools are...
And the receipts ain't kept by you. That's the worst part. You
And
know,
at
the
the end of
cashier
the-
keeps those.
And then the worst thing about not to say that it's like you're gonna go into this marriage, like you can't go into a marriage thinking of what ifs and what possibilities. No. You gotta go into a marriage thinking
Yeah.
for the rest of your life till death do us apart. You're right on that, but at the same time, it's like sometimes it doesn't work for people.
But can I play this part where, because it's happened to me before, and even recently, where you look at someone and you look at them, right? Like, you know, they're probably just standing there, and you look at them and you're like, I kind of get it.
In what sense?
As
Yeah,
far
what
as like
sense?
getting married with them, like as far as
Oh,
looking
okay.
at them and saying, because I didn't understand marriage for real until recently, where
Mhm.
you know, you look at a person and you look at them and you're just like, I kind of get it. Like, I kind of get what it's about, and I know what it means to them, because it's more for them than it is for us. Honestly, bro, I could live the rest of my life and not get married, but probably live with someone, and I'm fine. I don't give a like. I don't dream of getting married.
And I think that's what's happened too. I'm glad you mentioned that, dude. I've noticed that the level of importance of that and I don't think this is just for guys. I think I've seen it also in women where they don't really that mentality, dude, of saying, well, I can go the rest of my life without getting married. It's okay. It's been so like they just dim it down now. You know what I mean? It's kind of just brushed to the side now.
But you know why?
Marriage thing where they don't really give a shit anymore. And
Yeah.
and I think women have adapted that, but I feel like that's just a defensive mechanism for them to just be like, well, I don't give a fuck if I get married or not.
But you know
what I mean?
You know what? Why that's been the case though too is because it's been normalized to move in with somebody.
Yeah,
and
you're
to
right.
live.
Yeah. You're right. You're
What
right.
we
You're
were
right,
talking
you're right.
about earlier about
Yeah.
you would not lose your V card back in the day until your marriage night. That's
Yeah,
what
you really
made it
would,
so
yeah.
special, right?
That was a honeymoon.
Back then, exactly. That was the whole point of a honeymoon, to
Yeah.
lose it. I mean, not just
bloody
that,
one,
right?
too.
But it's like celebration and, you know.
What a bloody show.
A blood moon? Wow, this guy.
Bloody show, dude.
But what I'm trying to say is like,
Yeah.
that's the point of that before, right?
Yeah.
What do people do now? It's like they get engaged. Let's move in together. Let's see if this works.
Let's see. It's a trial. I guess.
Yeah.
And after a year or whatever, you know what? Like, I can't live with you. So it's like, let me try this first. Let me test drive this car
yes,
first. Let me take it out the
yes.
lot. If I like
Yes.
it, then we proceed.
I
And
have
if I
to-
don't,
Hey,
then
and
guess what?
Yeah.
And that's literally what it's like. It's like, so you're telling me that people used to take faith. It's like, I'm going to take a jump of faith in marrying you, and we have not lived together. I don't know how you are.
You know.
And now all of a sudden people's
You're-
like, I gotta get to know you 1st. I gotta live with you
You
first.
nailed it.
I
If
love
it works,
I love it.
and we can continue. And
No
then
more. Stop.
sometimes
Get
the
on your
years
knees,
go by. Sometimes the years
Put
go
your pants down. I
by.
got you.
The years go by. You start having kids. You
feel
start
like
having
it's about to get
family,
married here.
and they're just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Why get married at this point? We're having a great life. It's just a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I've
That's
known
another
people-
thing. That's another thing that's became very normalized.
I've
that.
known
It's just a
people
piece of
that
paper.
have been living together
Yeah.
for 10, 15 years. And, you know, the question of, why don't you guys just get married? For what? It's just a piece of paper at this point.
Yeah, but it's not.
But you know what? Also, because people have been living for so long together, end up getting married. And what happens? They get divorced shortly after.
Bro, but
That's also been a thing.
can I say something though? From my experience of the people that I've talked to around, once you get married, a female changes, bro. Like once they get married with you, I see how they change. They're like, I got him. We're married. Now, motherfucker, you're gonna do what I say, and shit just goes like, wait, and you can't get out of it.
You're being a sedated dog.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
You read my
Fucking-
mind.
Hold on.
Yeah,
High
high
five.
five.
And I had this
Shit.
train of thought while you were talking. You know, like our last episode, we were talking about social media. So you get married,
Yeah.
you post all your marriages, you're happy, whatever. But then you start seeing certain people on Instagram like, yeah, bro, you got married, but you don't post a dude anymore. You posted during the marriage, and now it's all about you. Now, where I'm going with that, it's because of social media, not to bring it to that. You get married, bro, it's great and stuff. You're living this great life and stuff. But the options that are on social media for women and men always will have you with one foot in, one foot out of this relationship. So a lot of people say, well, what's the point of getting married if I'm going to live this life with this person? But, you know, if things get rough after a year, the exit door is not that far. You just turn on your fucking phone and accept one of the DMs you get from 100 guys and you're in.
And let's be real.
Option door open. Not to get into a social media topic, but it does influence a lot of marriages today where it's like, well, then what the fuck's the point? If you don't respect... It's not that you don't respect me, but
That's
if
petty.
you made all these options available to you, then what the fuck you need to get married for? Because marriage is me and you, and that's it. But I think today, again, I'm seeing so many cases real close to me, and I can count more than 5, more than 6 maybe, where you make a life with this female before you get married or are married, and women today are not afraid to fucking leave you and leave you with the kids. They don't care. So then I think that adds to the reason why we really have to think about, like when you said the trial stuff, that's why I started thinking like, dude, I've seen so many of this that like you can be with someone and you're like, well, I don't know, because I've seen great mothers turn fucking shit, Brian.
Yeah.
Bro, I like you see them raise their kids, live this married life for like 10, 15, 12 years of their kids' life.
Tortillas hechas a mano.
Bro, they learn how to cook. They make
They
cakes.
forget all of a sudden?
Yeah.
No, and then one day they wake up. One day they wake up and they're like, I don't want to be married no more. Wait, what the fuck happened?
Short circuit shit.
I'm not blaming it just on the woman, because I think the man has a lot of fault.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But dude, they just, now they have the courage to, not to say that they're not supposed to have the courage, but they don't give a fuck to leave you with the children. And it's like, well, and so to our generation now we think, well, then why get fucking married? Because that possibility is real.
But you got to think.
And you lose everything you got.
Let's go back to high school real quick, because I remember in high school, what was one thing that some girls, at least some girls that I would talk to back then, right? What were they thinking? What was their mentality as? They wanted to have a dude's mentality, a guy's mentality. As in like, I'm going to break up with this guy before he breaks up with me. Why? Because I want to say females got tired of getting broken up with.
Hurt before you
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what were they doing? Before anything, I'm going to do it to him before he does it to me. So I want to say girls of our generation or our age range, our age group or whatever, are definitely the ones that have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying the females, but times have changed. Guys have changed as well.
Yeah.
Because it's like, believe it or not, it's very difficult to be the man of the house. As in like providing, doing everything that you have to do, taking care of your family, taking care of the bills, mortgage, whatever, right? Like before. Because what's one thing that females say that guys want? Oh, guys want alguien que les cocine, que les limpie, que les lave. Right? Yeah, we would all like that. Don't get me wrong. But it's like they got to go to work too as well. Why? Because financially, that's the world that we're in now. Mm-hmm. So we can't do it alone unless you're fucking got a business that's booming and you can. Great. But yeah, as guys, we do need the help of our partner to have a home, to build a house.
Survive.
Yeah. So it's one of those where it's like, we need the help. Like, I can pay for a majority of the stuff, but I need you to help me with something too. So what's one thing a female say? Be a man, provide for me. Mm-hmm. And it's like, dude, it doesn't cut it now. Like, it's hard.
In a way, though, I was actually having this conversation not too long ago where I wish, honestly, I have to say, because of the economic situation today, and it's a reality that everybody's living. It doesn't matter what state you live in. I wish that it was like how it used to be, where we were able to, the man would go to work and was able to provide for their children and their wives, and their wife would stay home. I know it sounds kind of like machista and shit, but I had a conversation about this where I was saying there was a lot of mistakes there as far as the man working and controlling the household with the money, if you want to look at it that way. But I think they used to raise better children by staying at home and giving that attention to the children, that the attention that we got.
Yeah.
You know, we were raised with your mom at home. Maybe she had a little job here and there for a couple bucks here and there, but she would dedicate that time and educate us and teach us and make sure we were doing great in school, aware, making sure what we were doing and stuff. And unfortunately, I think in today's society, we lost that because we do need women to work and women want to work, which is great. But then it comes to now we add the marriage part about it. Then sometimes even women now feel like, well, what the fuck do I need to get married for?
When I can do it myself.
When I could do it myself.
Yeah.
If I'm already working,
and that's what's crazy.
Some of them work some pretty tough damn jobs. I see trucker chicks out there.
Yeah.
Bro, trucking is not easy.
Of course not.
And you see these girls out there or female women working out there, and you look at them, you're like, damn, that's hard. But I bet you're single.
Probably high chance. Either that or you know what?
Assumption. What an asshole.
No, but because it's one of those where
So
it's
then
like,
what are your kids doing? Running around, fucking getting high every day.
It's either that. It's either that or
that's true.
You are helping your husband.
Yeah.
You're traveling with your husband, because I've known of couples that truck driver.
Yeah.
Oh, me tengo que ir because, you know, para ayudarle, he's going to the East Coast. Help him drive.
O cuidarlo.
Okay. Oh, yeah. O cuidarlo, que no ande mañosito por ahí.
No, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's one of those where it's like, and they probably do that. Why? Because their kids are probably a little bit bigger, grown. Yeah. But I get it. Yeah. If you're not going to get a better education and better upbringing than mom taking care of you. And guess what's going on?
That love of your mom, you could never.
With the kids of ours nowadays, if we can, who's taking care of them?
Yeah.
Our moms. So grandma's there, you know?
To add to that point, on a personal level for me, dude, I think that's the best way to, if I were to have a wife or a girlfriend, whatever, stays home, takes care of the kids, does all those essential things that we've spoken about multiple times. It's a job, yeah, definitely it is.
Shit ain't not easy.
When you're doing it and you're doing it right, and I'm seeing my kids on a different level, I see them learning. They come to me. I walk in the door. Daddy, I learned this. I learned something new. Yeah. Mommy taught me. Mommy this. Mommy that. Mommy.
Fucking good at that.
It feels good, Yes. And then not only that, dude, like that drives me, and this is a personal thing. I don't know about you guys.
I agree, because I just recently started thinking about this.
Drives you as a man, and I think you and I have spoken about this, Renee. It drives you as a man, dude, to say, fuck yeah, dude.
Worth it.
It's worth it. I don't give a shit how much, how long, how far I'm driving, I'm working, I'm doing whatever I have to do. But she's taking care of these kids. She's making these kids into something that
she's not just watching them.
Yeah,
she's
man.
Taking care of them.
But
she's teaching them.
But there is examples, and there's a very close example that I will not name. I will tell you guys later about this. No, you guys all know him.
He
worked with us in that warehouse.
Yeah.
And he's talked to me, and he's told me before that, there's this girls, dude, that they can stay home. They are stay-home moms.
Yeah.
And they won't do anything.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to. It's that simple.
But that's where it's fucked up for the man, right? This guy he is my buddy or whatever, and it's fucked up, dude, that he's working his ass off. He is, dude. He has his own truck. He's working his ass off. He gets home, dude, and he can't even fucking get a plate of food.
Yeah, fuck that.
Bro, what the fuck, man?
But,
do you know what I mean? And I speak with it with a little bit of passion, because I've been there, done that type of thing in a couple situations. Oh, dude, it's because it pisses me off, dude. Because then when you start like saying, hey, well, can I? Yeah, but I take care of your children, and I this and that. Hold on, yeah, you take care of the children, but I'm also working. I also wake up at 3 in the fucking morning to go work. So. Yeah, I chimed in on that to give my personal preference in a way. I don't know, that's not the right word to use, but that I, to me, would not see a single bit of problem having her home.
Yeah, me either.
Watching my kids grow.
Same.
And being fucking just great kids. You know what I mean?
Because there's a variable to that way. Because before, before also men would come home from work, y que decían, they would minimize the job that women would do at home.
Yeah.
Tú nomás estás en la casa.
Yeah, no,
¿Qué
that's not
estás
okay.
haciendo? No haces
But
nada.
No, that's
I
not-
think
that's
now our generation is understanding, like, bro, this is not fucking easy.
It's not.
This
but-
is a
but why?
job itself.
That
And-
is-
and you
it's
know
fucking
why?
Care
hard.
of the
It's hard.
house, cleaning the kids,
Because-
bro. It's a job.
Because our moms nos han puesto from growing up to clean this,
Yeah,
clean that,
yep.
do
I think
this,
he's right.
do
Yeah, I
that.
think you're
Like
right. I think you're right.
in a sense of like,
We knew
dude,
we
think
know how
about
to
it.
do home stuff.
What would guys do beforehand?
Nothing.
Go to work,
Just work.
do guy things.
See, but I don't
right?
see that's in that back then.
Before.
I don't. I mean now,
¿Y qué
right?
hacía la
I don't
mujer?
agree with that. You can't do that.
Oh no,
It's
no,
not
I'm saying,
okay.
I'm
No,
saying,
I know,
¿qué
I know.
hacía la mujer?
Oh,
You
not come
gotta
home
know
and
how
help?
to.
Yeah.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
you
to
have
know-
to come home and help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
that's
have to
not
know
okay.
how to cook, how to clean, how to.
Yeah.
That's what females. It's pretty much like stay in the kitchen. Guys, it's like go to
Bro,
work.
but that was a job, dude.
No, yeah,
And I
that's what I'm
think
saying.
we
That's
use
what it
space
was
to
like-
Minimize this, like, bro. That's a
what
hard
it was
job,
like
dude.
before, right? And it's like, and somehow it's like, with our parents, it wasn't like that. It was like they try to get their daughters to like, okay, learn how to cook, learn like
But
so
now
they could
moms
know.
ain't teaching them shit because
But
they're
the
like,
thing
fuck
is-
that. You're not gonna go through what I went through. Like, bitch, give
But-
her a
but you know-
chance,
but you know
bro.
what?
Like, give her a
But
chance.
the thing
Let
is,
her fucking succeed.
but the thing is that comes down to
Give her
like
a chance.
yeah,
it goes back to what we were talking in an earlier episode of Broken Plates, where it's like our moms nos mal acostumbraron a nosotros, guys. What did dads do with their daughters? Mi princesa, no le digas nada.
Yeah.
So guess what? Some moms said, you know what, fine. Some moms said, no, fuck that, and las regañaban or whatever, hit them, discipline them. Some dads didn't want their daughters to get disciplined. No le hagas nada. Don't do anything to them. And it goes back to that way, but at the same time, it's because they didn't want their kids to be treated a certain way when they grew up. But that's also a marriage thing that it's like, dude, you're not always gonna agree on everything. You're gonna have disagreements. Marriage is not easy. Living with a person, living
no,
with
it's
a
not.
partner, it's not easy.
I'm
because
telling you, it's that
fucking
telenovela fucking trauma, bro, that we have.
and not only that, but it's like there's
You think you're gonna fucking go off into the wind
until
into
the sunset and
with your
happily
fucking-
ever after. No, the
Oh, and
thing is,
it's
ahí
true.
se acabó la novela. That's
You know,
it.
a lot of successful
You don't know anything
a
after
lot of
that.
successful marriages will say it to you. Marriage is not easy, and you, in order for a marriage to succeed, bro, I really think now that you have to erase from your mind that there's an exit.
Yeah.
You can't go into this marriage or living with someone thinking
Any
it
negative.
doesn't matter. We can break up tomorrow.
Any negative. No. Any negative. You can't. It has
The
to be
moment
all
you start
positive.
thinking that, like, well, if I break up with her, I got X, Y, and Z on the side anyways, bro.
Mhm.
Like, you're still gonna
Plan
get
B.
your thing when you fucking you're
Fall
out.
back plan.
Then you fully
Once you do that-
then you fully didn't commit to that woman. Then
Yeah,
you
once
shouldn't
you
you
do
shouldn't
that,
have never
it's
gotten
game over,
married.
bro.
There's
like-
no commitment.
You shouldn't have gotten married.
But the
in the first
problem
place.
is that women have that too now, where they're like, well, this guy doesn't treat me right, or she doesn't like one or two things.
there's a
and
plan
then
B. There's a plan B for
There's a
them.
plan B.
And that's where each side is wrong, because it's like it goes back to what I said earlier, where you got to go into that with not having on the back of your head
But
of
it's
like,
also
what if she
easier now.
takes everything, or what if this and that. So that's the thing. So
But it's easier now,
to
bro, because
avoid
before your mom had to go to the grocery store and get hit on at the grocery store. Now all she has to do is open up her Facebook and then
Y ahí está.
En el Facebook ya salió
Ya
uno y otro
sale
cabrón
todo.
que, ¿te acuerdas de mí? Valió madre.
fucking 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Los de Mexico
So,
hitting
Que
up my mom.
fulano soy hijo de
that's why
tal.
they took over Facebook, you know. But see, I really do believe that, bro. Where like today is just difficult.
It's in the palm of
because-
your hand. It's
And
that
you know-
easy.
You know, the other day they were talking about monogamy.
Nah.
They were talking about how today is it really monogamy when you open up your Instagram and you got tits and ass all over that. You're looking at another woman's body.
Mm-hmm.
Is that being faithful? The answer is no.
It's not being faithful.
No, because you're not supposed to look at another woman's body.
Technically, no. You're not supposed
You're
to
not
look at
supposed
another female and
But what's
even
make-
have the curiosity.
Super old fashioned, but yeah.
No,
But of course, no.
That
but
is old fashioned as fuck. But
Technically,
that is,
It is, but
that is.
but
I would consider that
social
unfaithful
media
too.
today's made it so easy for you. Look, The other day I was scrolling through TikTok, and I make sure my algorithm is just like Call of Duty, soccer stuff.
So if we do the TikTok trend that
Hold
was
on.
going on, where can you slide 10 videos and I have a female
No,
video
it's
come
not
up?
possible, dude. I'll get like commercials for OnlyFans chicks, and it's like I'm not even looking at this stuff.
But they don't know that.
What's going
No,
on?
Hey, so are
no,
you
they
selling-
do know that.
going on?
You want to sell toes,
No.
pick toes, or what?
No, they're really trying to like force that on you. And
Yeah, they're trying
I'm
to put
telling you
it.
because not that I get sick of it, that I don't want to be. I don't want like, dude, it's crazy. 'Cause
But you're just like, what
sometimes-
the fuck?
How does that conversation go when they see that you're looking at a girl or whatever? It's the algorithm.
No, but
Babe, stop. It's the algorithm.
Hey,
but-
Ricardo's like, I swear, all I see is truck driving and Arsenal. That's all I see.
no,
A girl in Arsenal with a freaking
no, but
sexy shirt.
you guys take it as a joke, but it's a real thing, bro.
No, it is.
I know, I know.
No, it's a
Yeah,
real thing. This
yeah,
shit's
yeah.
forced on us. Like you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
think it's a joke, it's funny, but it's not funny, bro. Because
It's one of those things-
I try not to, like, stay on one of those like on TikTok. I
Yeah.
try not to, cause bro, like I have enough of that shit on Instagram. And let's be honest, bro, we've lost sense to it, where you look at it and you just swipe through it. You don't even like
You're just
it
like,
anymore.
oh, cool.
But dude, that's not good for the brain, bro.
Because it's normalizing it.
So then you think-
They're pushing an envelope on you,
So
and
you
it's
get
normalizing
married.
it.
You get married, and you have your wife, and all you do is open up your Instagram, and all you see is these fucking fake bodies, these exaggerated bodies, and dude, exaggeration.
And what does it do?
Exaggerations fucks with your mind. You think that it doesn't, but it does.
It
No, it
causes
does.
The
problems.
exaggeration of the body that these women have is what makes them get so many likes. And it starts messing with you. And it starts creating a different image. And then you look at your wife. You look at your significant other that you're living with. And things start to shake in your head.
And
Whether
it does-
you believe it or not, it's true.
It is
Not
true.
only this, let me
And
tell
it's
you this.
forced on us.
Yeah,
Trust
no.
me that it's forced on us. Bro, you can literally unfollow every Instagram model that you want.
It's still gonna come out.
It's still gonna come out in your algorithm.
Yeah, it's still gonna
It's
come out.
pushed on you,
and
bro.
that's something that females don't get. Some females don't get that.
They don't understand.
And then but you know what?
You're like, oh, no.
But then
no,
your
no
significant
quiero,
other
quiero.
sees that, your girl sees that,
Te juro
and
que no
they,
fui
they
yo.
think this is what you like. And like you just said, my algorithm is fucked up because it could be that you get some reels, videos sent to you, and that instantly already fucks up your algorithm. It's gonna put it there. It's as simple as this: you're talking about something with somebody, and you pull out your phone, and next thing you know, there's a fucking ad, or it pops up,
Yeah.
or whatever you're talking about. And you're like, what the fuck?
So that's
What is that shit called? You don't know what the term is called for that?
For what?
That, like when, like right now as we're speaking, watch, if I open something, it's going to come out as a fucking ad or something.
I don't know, but they were talking about it the other day on Rogan podcast.
Yeah,
that
no,
that they
jokes
do
aside.
listen to
It's a
your
real thing.
conversations. So you
Yeah,
know,
that's-
and so it goes back to the married thing. That
It fucks with
is that
your
being
girl.
Is that being faithful? Today
Technically,
you would say
no.
yes because you're not messaging them. They're not gonna message you back. You're not okay. Let's say it's just like a whatever thing. But bro, that really fucks with the reason why both sides like nowadays like
It causes problems. So social media
it
causes problems.
But as far as getting married, you start thinking like, well, what's the point?
So now let me put it to you.
I have other options. I go on Instagram. There's other options.
Let me ask you this.
What do you like?
Let me ask you this:
door's always open.
if you're to get married, right? You get married. You have social media and everything. What do you think about having social media?
Being married?
Being married? Do
That-
you?
That was last time's topic. That's
I
why
know,
I said
no,
just
no.
fucking do not.
No, but I'm just saying
erase that
in a
shit.
marriage, social media causes problems. Whether
Yeah,
you're
but
doing something or not,
Yeah,
because
but-
it's there at the palm of your hands. But it's not even just social media. It has, again, touching a lot of the subjects that we've talked about before. Friends, messages, stuff like that. It fucks up
Yeah, but
marriage
if you
as
take
well.
the marriage step, let's say you're already married, like, bro, if you got married, none of this shit should be a problem anymore.
It shouldn't. You're right.
So then we can't even sit here and talk about it because if you are married, then if you decided, because you got to remember, who decides to get married? We do. As men, we are the bro. If you don't tell a female, let's get married, you never get married. As a man,
And they're just waiting to get asked.
that's the fact. If a man doesn't go up to her and says, "Let's get married," the marriage never happens, right?
Yeah.
So if you decided that you're gonna get married with this person, social media, none of that shit should have been an issue. What happens now is that's why no one wants to get married, because no one wants to let go of anything.
They get married because of that. I'm telling you, it's they want this acceptance
Part
from
of it.
right. Part of it.
They want to show.
They want this acceptance from society. Do that. Hey, look at me.
Like I got married.
I got married. I'm doing something. Can you
What are you doing?
What are you doing with your fucking life? So yeah, it is. It's a part of it.
But
so.
another thing
part of it.
something I think that's kind of big, that's actually little, that makes a problem in marriages, is that people in marriages focus on the little things, the negative little things, and it just starts. It's like building blocks. Starts stacking and stacking. Oh, why do you have a habit of when you use a cup, you don't put it back in the sink, or what, you just put it on the counter?
That's once you're married.
Yeah. Once you're married, it's like, why don't you put it back? Or you have a habit of doing this, and it waits for you. It gets directly like told, like, hey, can you stop doing this? Can you not do this? Can you not blah? And it's little things where it's like, okay, yeah, you're probably right. Like, I can fix that, right?
Yeah.
Or if the other person is doing, your significant other is doing it, your wife is doing something that's fucking bugging you so much.
Yeah.
It's one of those where it's like, okay, you can
talking about,
easily
like, compromises.
You could easily let it be.
Yeah.
And then they get home, or you see them and you tell them, hey, next time, can you stop doing this, or you have a habit of this? And you're focusing on negative things at this point, where you can easily just maybe take care of it. How is it going to take you long to take care of it? Maybe bring it up, but take care of it and then bring it up. Not leave it and then bring it up. Hey, come here, let me show you.
Yeah. That's kind of like the thing I was telling earlier.
That kind of creates problems too, in a sense.
Yeah, it's like what I was telling you guys earlier, that I there was this lady on a podcast, and she was saying this, and it struck to me, and it applies to both, right?
Yeah.
The man and the woman in a marriage, where she was saying, okay, let's say he leaves the towel on the floor. Okay?
Yeah.
And you don't like it. You don't like it. It's your problem. You don't like it. And he keeps leaving the towel on the floor before he goes to work. It takes you 30 seconds to pick that towel up and put it either in the basket or hang it up to dry, right? So you could have taken those 30 seconds or 10 seconds, bro, to pick up this towel from the floor, would have saved you one of many battles you're gonna have in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much pride in the way. Yeah. That then you want to start arguing about a fucking towel on the floor. Yeah. Now, is it okay for them to tell you, hey, I don't like you leaving the towel, maybe pick it up? Yes. Yeah. But now it just like everything turns into a damn fight.
And this is why people decide to move in together first. Trial.
Fucking trials, that's crazy.
Trial like before we take this next
test drive the car.
Before I test drive this car, like I gotta see what it's like.
But as far as that example, to me, it just becomes a respect thing at that point, and that's not it's a little bit off topic, but yeah, it's a respect thing. If she's asking you to just do that, dude, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't find yourself doing shit that you're like, I don't know why I do it.
But there's like those kind of behaviors are behaviors
bad habit.
They're bad habits that you shouldn't have at a certain age, dude, where it's like, dude, just shut the fuck up and pick it up. Like, it's standard shit, dude, and if she doesn't like them, you don't want to hear it, just do it.
Be a sedated dog.
No,
I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking around.
Hey,
this people's like, what the fuck are you saying? No, I'm fucking around. No, you're right.
It's dude. So men have fucking behaviors, and obviously we are dirtier than women. I mean,
I'm not that dirty. Okay. Look at my nails.
I think it's tendencies and shit. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just little things like that. But that's a whole different other topic to even get into.
Yeah, but I'm
bad habits of a man and stuff like that. But it's just things like
parts
that
of reasons that people avoid.
Yeah, she could just pick up the towel. She could just put the cap on the toothpaste. But I mean, you know, gotta kind of let it. You know, women are like that, yeah or no? Right?
No,
Just
no,
gotta
no.
let them
But
give
it's
them
not
their
just
shine.
women.
let
It
them-
can be guys too.
Yeah,
It can be guys too.
I'll find myself, and I'll put myself
Yeah,
out,
yeah.
and I don't
That's what I'm
mind.
saying.
I
It
don't
can
mind
be guys-
speaking on a personal
Same
level.
here.
Yeah, dude, there's
Same here.
shit.
It's like,
there's
dude,
shit.
come on.
Yeah, no. There's little things like that to me, dude. That I have
It's like,
that
hey.
I used to piss me off, and now I think about it. Right? I'm like,
Hey,
pinche
exactly.
way, no mames, that shit was
Now
not
we
worth
think
it.
about it
dude.
when we
Or like I think about it and I go, dude, come on, fool, you shitted on her for that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, shut
And
the
that's what
fuck
I
up
was
and
trying
do
to
it.
say. It saves you a fight or an argument.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you can just easily do it, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
dude,
but
was
after
it
so
really?
many, yes, but there's
Was
a
it really
balance.
worth it?
There's a balance though. After
agree.
so long that she keeps telling you to do it and you don't fucking do it, and it goes for the guy. You keep telling her,
part of
she keeps doing
communication,
it.
though.
At some point, it's sit the fuck down. Hey, I'm being disrespected. See, so this is a topic for a whole different
Communication,
other
though.
time.
And
but
you know what feels fucked
communication,
up.
another
You know what
different
feels
topic.
fucked up about,
Yeah.
about what he's saying though?
Yeah.
That I see that the answer that I keep getting
Yeah.
in order to have a successful marriage,
Oh no,
you just gotta be numb. And
No,
I'm like, wait,
tampoco.
wait.
no,
Tampoco.
why though?
Because like you said, right? You keep saying it, and then when you're deep into having kids, you have a wife, you guys have a house together, you guys need each other to survive.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is numb yourself.
Nah,
You
I
have
don't
to.
think so.
You have. It is. Hey, hold on. Hold sorry, guys.
A la verga.
Wait, he goes. It's how things are. It is what it is.
No, yeah,
oh,
you
I can't
can't- you-
accept that.
you can't let it
You guys
be
know
like
how
that
pissed off
either.
I got last time.
You
I
can't
hate
let it
the,
be that
I
way.
hate the. That's just how things are. Oh,
Happy wife,
Oh,
happy
I
life.
can't accept
Nah,
that.
don't get me wrong.
I can't. I can't live
To a
with
certain
that, bro.
extent, but no.
I can't live with that.
You know, one thing my mom would
I
say,
almost
like
got a heart attack
when
just
we would
saying it.
when we would talk about like marriage and shit, my mom would be like, "Es que de vez en cuando tienes que saber cuándo doblar las manos."
A huevo.
And it's like,
A huevo.
yeah.
but
not being numb.
it's like, okay, yes,
There's
I
a time
agree.
for
Yes,
everything,
there's
yeah.
times, but not all the time. So I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do this all the time. Yes,
Yeah.
hey, it's a saying where it's like, no, like pick your battles. Pick your battles. Pick
Yeah.
battles that you can win, because guess what? You can't win them all.
O a veces llega el vato ya del jale y lo primero que te va a decir es la pinche tapadera del toothpaste. And you're like, dude, I'm not really going to go through
Yeah.
that right now when I just got home from work. So
Like,
I think
you
it's...
fucking waited the whole day to tell me this.
What the fuck, dude? But it's part of... Again, it's a different topic for a whole other
No,
day.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
consider. You just got to learn to be considerate
But-
when to pick the battles that you said. You know, that's
But
what you
it's,
said, right?
Yeah, pick your battles.
Pick your
But
battles.
it's one of those where it's like, at the same time, it's like, dude, like, what I'm trying to say, it goes back to why people want to move in with each other first before they take the next step of
Yeah.
marriage.
And they
Because
forget
I want to
about-
know your habits, and you
Yeah.
can see my habits. And if it works, then great. And if it doesn't, then that's why
Has
people...
there been a spike in divorces? I don't know about
Fuck,
that.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I can tell you there's probably...
Which is weird, no, because you would think that
There's
because
probably a flaw in marriages.
It's weird. It's weird though, because you would think.
Yeah,
you would think.
yeah.
You would think what he's saying, right? That you test drive the car. You move in with the girl, with the woman first, to try to see if you like the life with them. You would think it would then later on lead to marriage.
That's what some people's goal
Yeah.
is. They get engaged, and they decide we're gonna move in together for a year, or however long their planning is gonna take for their wedding. Sometimes their engagement gets called off because
I'm
they
gonna
can't
say
live.
something.
Está
Seeing all
I
this
don't know.
ruckus, right? All
Yeah.
this craziness with marriage. I don't understand why the LGBTQ community was fighting to get fucking married. Like, don't you see all this fucking mess, bro? And you're trying to get married. Go
They
for
wanna-
it.
they-
Go for
Hey.
it. Fight for your right.
Again,
but what the hell?
They want
Are you not
the
seeing
piece
how
of paper.
Are you not seeing how complicated it is? And you're fighting for marriage? Like, bro, go ahead, handle your business. But you know, we're gonna leave you guys with that. I think marriage today is very complicated, dude. It's very because I think because of the finance part of life.
Finance makes it a big problem.
And you know, someone said, you know, like if you love this person, finance should not be a problem. But honestly, I know they say money doesn't give you happiness, but it gives you comfort. And unfortunately, right now in this time, we need that comfort. You need that financial stability to be able to not let that be one more problem on top of joining your life with someone that was educated completely different from how you were raised and of course, however you were raised, it comes into play when you get married or live with someone. And they were raised completely different than you were, or have completely different life experiences. And then you come together and try to make one when they've lived together. They've lived without you for 30 years. And you've lived without them 30 years. And they had a whole different life experience. And then one day you just want to bring it all together within 1 year. That's insane.
And it's one of those small things where it's like, I like red rice, not white rice. Well, oh, well, I make white rice, not red rice. Ande, cabrón.
Yeah.
Trágatelo. ¿Tienes hambre?
My message to wrap it up on my end, don't give up. Know when to give up on the marriage. Know when it's not okay. Enough. When it's enough. When it's the lines being crossed. Physical abuse, obviously, even mental abuse. Mm-hmm. But don't be defensive. My message to a woman, right? Don't be defensive all the time. Don't put... Sorry?
From the start, don't be so defensive.
Yeah, don't be so defensive. We got to work together as a team. We got to figure this shit out together. It's going to get hard. We're going to fall down, and we got to get back up together, not get myself up. But like I said, the most important thing, don't give up, man. Don't just throw it out the fan, especially if you have kids. Do not just throw it out like that. Just don't do it.
Yeah. Hang
in there and keep going. But that's my wrap up there on my side for this topic, to be honest.
Teddy?
Done. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in, listening. Another great episode, and we got more to come. And this is fun. I love doing this, man.
So again, Al Grano Podcast on Instagram, TikTok. We are now on Facebook. And you can find our podcast literally anywhere. We're listed in every podcast. Anywhere where you can find your podcast, we're listed on there. We're ready to hear your comments on our reels, on our Instagram posts, on our TikTok. We are waiting for you guys to just come back at us and say some shit, man. We're waiting for it. We're ready. It could be a subject for us. And, hey, if there's any girls out there that want to come in here and have a take, maybe you want to have a conversation about some of the stuff we've said over the last couple podcasts, hit us up, send us an email, send us a message, and then we see if we could work something out, because I think it'd be great in the future to see if we can get another perspective, because this is our perspective, this is our opinions, and that was Al Grano Podcast. We'll leave you guys with that.
Peace.
Peace.